you. Thank you. Keep clapping. I want my neighbors to think I've finally made it. Our big story tonight, Kenya suspends ticket sales for some African National Championship matches, or as they love to call it, CHAN. Which always beats my understanding. What were they trying to do? I mean, African National Championship could only need 3 letters A and C. Not CHAN? You know, I see letters, but I don't see any resemblance. I mean, if they wanted it to look cool, they could have just, written it CHAM as in championship. But anyway, a lot of bad decisions were made. Yeah, Kenya suspends ticket sale for some African National Championship matches. Yeah, after a chaotic scene overshadowed their big win over Morocco. Yes, Kenya won, and then immediately lost to Kenya. And by the way, I want to ask something that I don't always ask you guys. Can you please just take a second and click subscription button there, and then let's build this channel together and make African news fun again. You see, here in Africa, football is not just a sport, it's a religion. Yeah, except here instead of baptism, we just throw people up in the air and hope they land on their feet. Yeah, and when we say football fever, we are not joking. Yeah, right now in Nairobi, there's a guy with an actual malaria from queuing outside the stadium for 12 hours. Now, the newspaper said chaotic scenes, which is a polite journalism for these people were fighting like they were in telenovela finale. Yeah, and they didn't even sell tickets in an orderly manner. No, it was a mosh pit. Yeah, it looked less like a sporting event, but more like a free Beyonce concert in Kawangware. Witnesses described pushing, shoving, and stampage, and that was before the gates even opened. Kenya, I love you, but if your fans warm up harder than players, we might need to consider who is on the pitch, because you seem to be more active than the players, even though they won. You guys, calm down, okay? Calm down. Kenya beating Morocco is a big deal. In fact, a huge deal. Morocco, they went to semi-final of World Cup. Beating them is like showing up to work late and still get promoted. Yeah, but then after the victory, Nairobi celebrated with the traditional riot, but keep it sporty. Yeah. The real MVP wasn't even on the field. It was the guy who managed to live with an actual stadium seat under his arm. So, if you're watching, I hope you're enjoying your new living room furniture. Just remember, if it's still bolted on the ground, it's not technically a merchandise, so you've gotta sneak it. And now that the ticket sales are suspended, the street market is booming. The guys who were selling roasted maize yesterday are now ticket brokers. You walk up to them and they whisper, you want a front row, upper deck? Or you want to just stand behind the guy selling boiled eggs? Yeah, and they charge double the price, plus surcharges if you ask for change. Yeah. Officials said the decision was made to ensure fan safety, which is the government code for we cannot guarantee that you won't get punched before they kick off. At this rate, Kenya's next match will be broadcasted live from a secret location. Even then, your uncle will still know a person who knows a guy who can get you in. And you've gotta love Kenyan priorities. They suspended ticket sales to protect fans. But the pothole that's outside the stadium, which is big enough to host its own matches, is still there. In fact, I think it's now part of official warm-up drill. By the way, now that you've watched up to here, let me ask you a question. Who here has ever fought for a football ticket? Be honest. Leave it in the comment section. By the way, those who are not putting up their hand or not leaving it in the comment section, they are Arsenal fan or they are just lying. Let's be honest, African football matches are the only event where the games start at the gate. If you survive the entry, yeah, the match itself is just a halftime entertainment. The security tried to control the crowd, but this is Kenya. The crowd is the security. You can't throw someone out for pushing when the guy pushing is also the one supposed to stamp your tickets. Oh, now it makes sense. CHAN stands for chaos happening at Nairobi. Honestly, if you haven't risked your life for a stadium seat, you're not a real African football fan. You're just a tourist with a snack. So next week's game will be invite only, and by invite only, I mean you need to know your cousin's girlfriend's aunt who knows a guy, who knows a guy, and who knows a girl who once sold boiled eggs to, assistant coach's baba, who knows a guy, who knows a guy, and who knows a guy who can get you in. Yeah, but until then, may your football be peaceful, tickets be affordable, and your elbows be soft. Because here, the first goal is just by getting through the gate. My name is Gilbert Drapari, and this is the Let's Feed Africa. We'll be right back. And please, again, do not forget to subscribe.